Okay, so we're going to have a little look at creating a progress stage. So over here on the left hand side under configuration, we've got progress. And through the progress stages, we have the ability to deconstruct the various steps that a job will flow through from the office through to factory through to installation. So very straightforward process. You can create as many of these steps or stages that you wish. And all we do is if we're clicking on add a progress over here that we're giving it a name. So we could give it as something as simple as cutting if you wanted to for panel saw or CNC, and you can define that based on how you'd like to display that information. It's possible to select a color just for easy identification. Okay, we'll close that. A reference date. So typically you can choose it to back schedule from delivery, installation or production. So I might choose to back schedule from installation. We would want to tick this option on for the move later progress events in the event that a client calls us and wants to change the installation date. This will allow us to select the new installation date, and it will move all the steps and stages in the lead up to that along with that new installation date. We could choose to include Saturday and Sunday for scheduling if we wish. And then we've also got the ability to introduce a capacity measure. So what that would look like would be potentially sheets, so sheets of board per day. So perhaps a CNC has the ability to cut maybe 20 sheets of board a day. So you might have a minimum of maybe 15 sheets and maybe a maximum of 20. And that's obviously going to depend on your CNC, how many CNCs, whether or not you start early, finish late, etc. We could click onto that there and add it, and now we've got a capacity measure against cutting. We could define that further if we wanted to have cutting for whiteboard, cutting for paint, etc. Okay. So then we would just click on create. Once that's created, so you can sort of start to see through here. I've got a reference date. I've got a various steps and stages that are working through. So then what we could do is we could expand a little bit further on that, go to templates. So we could go to here, and this is where we would start to introduce, we could create a new template, or we could edit an existing one, and then we could start to introduce the various steps into that particular template. So we just click on add up the top here. We'd select from the drop down list of what we've created. So we might have had cutting before. The number of days, so it's basically working backwards in a sequential order to reach the cutting stage. So as you can see on the screen here, I've got it perhaps 5 days before installation or delivery, depending on what I've selected as my back scheduling point. So in this case, I've selected installation. So I might go 5 just for the exercise, and then I would just go add. And once that's done, you can sort of see here I've got cutting here as a duplicate, and that's now listed. If I want to remove it, I can just go delete, and that's taken out. Thanks for watching.